Modern cars are great. They're usually safe, packed full of technology, and very, very reliable, typically. But however, just like everything, there are some things I don't like about modern cars. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you 6 things I really don't like about modern cars. The first thing I don't like about modern cars is the fact that, well, they're predominantly automatic transmissions. Just about every single car you see today is going to be either a CVT dual clutch or a traditional automatic transmission. This includes things such as supercars like this Lamborghini Aventador you see here. Most, if not all, supercars today are automatic transmissions. Take that back about 15, 20 years ago when you still had the nice gated transmissions of the Ferrari 360 and whatnot. Now they're all automatics, which takes the fun out of driving a supercar. Another car that is all automatic would be the new BMW 3 Series. The BMW 3 Series dropped the manual transmission for the current generation in 2019, which is something that's never happened with BMW, but because nobody really likes sticks anymore, BMW had to do what they had to do. Number 2, boring design. All cars today pretty much look the same, whether it's a compact sedan or a mid-size crossover. They all pretty much share the same shape, the same design. They don't really differ in any way, shape, or form. Every modern SUV looks the same, whether it's the CX-5, the RAV4, the Expedition, the Explorer, whatever it is, they all look very, very similar. And that's a problem because most people who want a car want to have a distinguishable car, but unfortunately there are very few distinguishable cars, and when there are distinguishable cars, they're usually criticized and called ugly. Number 3, they're mostly SUVs. We are in a new era when it comes to vehicles because never before have SUVs dominated the auto industry. We've usually had sedans dominated or other vehicles dominated, not SUVs. And unfortunately, sedans are going away, hatches are going away, minivans, everything that is not an SUV or a crossover or a truck is going away. And like I just mentioned, that includes sedans. Just a few years ago, we had wars on the internet about the Accord, the Altima, the Camry, which one was better. Now that switched to the RAV4, the Rogue, the CRV, which one is better. The car industry is shifting below our feet, and we have to know how to cope with it. And well, what many automakers are doing is they're switching to sedans to SUVs, which is unfortunate for car enthusiasts, but it's making them a lot more money. Number 4, they're too expensive. This is a Nissan Versa. Back in 2007, the Versa would run you $12,550. Of course, that's base price. Most people who got a Versa at that time, they'd probably option it up to about $13,000 or $14,000. However, in 2020, this year, you can buy a brand new Versa base price for $14,730. That means that over the last 13 years, this car has increased in value 17%. And this is not the only car affected by this. The BMW X5 is also affected by this. In 2007, this car cost $45,900, and in 2020, this year, it cost $58,900, meaning that that's a 28% increase over 13 years. Then the final car I would like to show you is the Toyota Camry. In 2007, it cost $18,470. Keep that in mind because today you can buy a compact car for that money, and you could buy a mid-size sedan, the Camry, in 2007 for that money. It's pretty interesting. Anyway, in 2020, now it costs $24,425, meaning that that's a 32% increase over the last 13 years. That just shows you how much more expensive cars have gotten over the last 5, 10, 15 years. Number 5, they have too much technology. Now, I do like safety features in cars, such as a backup camera, blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, forward collision warning. all the good safety features. But then it starts to get a little out of hand, especially in a car like this, where you have to take your eyes off the road to do something such as turn the air conditioning up or turn the radio up. It's truly, truly a terrible design. Now, I know a lot of people who would say, well, technology in cars is better because it helps you not have to take your eyes off the road so much. But just as you just saw in the Tesla Model 3, if everything is in the center, you're having to take your eyes off the road to do something as little as check your speed because there's no real gauge cluster. That's a problem, and it gets even worse. Self-driving. Now, I know a lot of people love self-driving. They swear by it. I don't, because technology can break, technology can malfunction. You have your autopilot on, your Super Cruise on, and it's in inclement weather, and the car can't read the lane lines correctly, and then you're in an accident. All it takes is 3 seconds. All it takes is a little mistake, a minor mistake on the road to cause a deadly accident. That's why I don't like technology in cars. And it goes even further than that. This isn't just something on the top of the line luxury vehicles. This is on economy cars because, well, backup cameras have to be standard on all cars across the board, but still, this is on cars, not self-driving, but technology in general. A high amount of technology is in cars like the Hyundai Accent, which would be unfathomable like 12 years ago, and yet it has a backup camera, it has navigation, it has luxury car features. More things I don't like, which include technology, is electronic parking brakes. Those things are just stupid. And even some of the small things, every single thing in new cars is pretty much controlled by some form of an electronic computer. I don't like that. I'd rather have something be manual because manual things take a lot longer to break. Finally, number 6. Most cars are just too conservative. Whether it's in styling or fuel economy, cars are just conservative. Many new cars have an auto start stop, which nobody seems to like, as it helps it maintain its fuel economy by every single stoplight. It's truly an infuriating system. Hybrids, electric vehicles, everything that is automated, animated, computerized, it is truly, truly awful. Cars are no longer fun to drive. Instead, they have conservative transmissions like CVTs, cheap transmissions. They have things that just work. They're conservative. The styling isn't really good to look at. They're just kind of there. Cars are no longer the way they used to be, and we have to realize that as well. We're going into a new environment when it comes to cars. But it's not even just that. It's the fact that cars are more subtle than they've ever been. You would never know that any car was subtle unless, well, it told you, unless you know you were in a Lamborghini or Ferrari. But take this Jaguar XE. Most people wouldn't know that this was a fast, exotic performance sedan unless somebody told them. Modern cars have really spoiled us, and, well, we don't really know the fun of cars anymore. And so, those were the things I don't like about modern cars, all 6 of them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.